Well, we had one reading of the play, and I was afraid I was going to get fired, but I didn't. So, I'm still in there.
We had a read through, and all the words are there. Now we just have to say them in the right order. It's not going to be easy, this play, because I have to stand there and try not to laugh while Nathan Lane goes off, and he does that 3 or 4 times a page, actually. So. It's going to be interesting. I've got my work cut out for me.
Nathan Lane, man. Nathan Lane meets David Mamet. Forget about it. It's fantastic. If today's any indication after a first read-through, I got to tell you, I was laughing the whole time until I came on. I'm not funny.
I feel good. We have a good ball club. I feel we have a shot. It went very well. Brilliant writer, brilliant director. All we can do is screw it up.
I was having Thanksgiving at my house about a year ago, and a friend came. She just got off the plane from Washington, where she was flying with the 2 presidentially pardoned turkeys that the president had pardoned in the Rose Garden. And the Disney organization bought out first class, put the 2 turkeys in a veterinarian in first class, and flew them back to Disneyland, where they're going to march in the Thanksgiving parade. So I thought, that's interesting.
It's November, which is the election month, right? And there are turkeys involved, like Thanksgiving. I'll leave that there, so you'll be surprised with the play. So it's poignant. We mentioned some of the current events loosely here and there, or David does, I should say. It is a good time for this play.
It's the White House, and it's now, and it's the president, and he needs to get reelected, and he needs money, and all kinds of things happen as he tries to get this money.
He's bad. He's bad, and he doesn't care about anything. No, he doesn't. You know what? His heart comes out. You know, you see it. You see touches of him as a real man. But he's pretty callous.
I've heard that there's an election coming up next November. The fun thing about this is it's really David Mamet's look at the whole process. So it doesn't exactly parallel anybody that's currently in office, but it does suggest several presidents that have been around.
He reminds me a little of Taft. No, I don't know.
But he's a very unusual president. You know, it's sort of like they left a surveillance camera on in the Oval Office, so they're talking in a way they wouldn't in public. There are moments that are like, oh, it sounds like those conversations with Nixon and Haldeman, and and little snippets back and forth, and that great thing in the Michael Moore documentary Sicko, when they're discussing HMOs, and he at first Nixon says, I'm not interested in that. He said, and Haldeman says, but there's a lot of money to be made. And he said, well, I am interested in that.
Well, they're going to laugh because at the bottom, we all, read common sense, Tom Paine. A, we all want a king, and B, we all know at the end of the day, the king is just a guy. He's just some schmuck, just like you and me.